Hey everyone, welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technically disadvantaged. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got some stories for you. User cannot read error messages. Work in second line support for a medium-sized MSP. Due to COVID-19, I'm helping cover the phones for our first line team when I get this gem of a phone call. Me is me, C is customer. Good morning, this is company. OP speaking, how can I help you? Hi, I'm such and such from XYZ company. I'm not able to open any documents on my OneDrive. Me, recognizes regular customer. Okay, not a problem. Are there any error messages coming up on your screen when you try to open these files? Customer, only a small box, but I didn't read it before I closed it. Me, okay, not a problem. I'll join your PC remotely and we can take a look. Connected to PC and tried to open files that were not working. Error message on screen says, cannot open these files without OneDrive running. Please open OneDrive to be able to view these files. Facepalm moment. Started OneDrive and opened the document. Customer, wow, how did you do that? This always happens when IT connects, it starts working. Advise the customer on the importance of error messages and how to resolve the issue next time. Too long didn't read? User didn't read error message. Spent 15 minutes on hold to IT for a one-button click resolution. Yep. Most of the time the answer is right in front of us. It's a computer. So I technically worked at an online bank as a customer service rep, but we were expected to do frontline tech support before passing customers on to actual tech support. We could reset passwords, do navigation, and that was about it. Anyhow, for reasons I can't understand, a large portion of our customers were older. Think 65 plus. One day I got a call from an older lady that went something like this. Me, thank you for calling Redacted Bank. This is OP, how can I help you? Old lady, how do I get to your website? This was a common question since our parent company also did insurance and people got confused about whether the bank and insurance branches use the same website. Me, I can certainly help you with that. Just go to the URL bar and type in www.companyname.com. Old lady, what's a URL bar? Also a common question. Remember, 65 plus. Me, it's the bar at the top of your screen that has the website address in it. If you click into that box, you can type there. Old lady, I don't see it. Me, that's okay. Can you describe your screen to me? Old lady, there's a blue background and a bunch of little pictures in rows on one side. Me, wheels turning. Ma'am, do you have a web browser open? A what? Not as common, but still within my experience of helping customers. Me, the window that lets you see a website, do you have a window open? No, I don't know how to start the internet. Me, that's okay. You should be able to open a window by clicking on the internet icon. It should be Internet Explorer or Safari. I'd learned this was the safest bet. What are those? Me, they're the names of web browsers. Microsoft computers automatically come with Internet Explorer, and Macs come with Safari. What are those? I'm sorry, ma'am, but what are what? What are Microsoft and Mac? Me, they're types of computers. You probably have one or the other. Oh, I don't think so. Okay, well, let me describe the icons and you can look for them on your screen. I described the Safari and Internet Explorer icons. I don't see those anywhere. Alright, maybe they're not on your desktop. Can you still find them if you search your device's programs? First, let's figure out if you have a Mac or PC so we know which one to search. Do you see the logo of an apple anywhere on your device? No. Okay, do you see a rectangular window with 4 panes? That's Microsoft's logo. No, I don't see it anywhere. Okay. I was totally lost at this point. This wasn't anywhere near my bank rep wheelhouse. Do you see any names like Microsoft or Macintosh or Apple? No, why won't you just help me get onto your website? Me, I'm sorry, ma'am, before you can get onto our website, You need to open an internet browser. I'm trying to get you there. This goes on for who knows how long. In the end, the woman hung up on me after complaining how unhelpful I was. Moral of the story, don't put your money in a virtual bank if you don't know how to access the internet. How about you guys? Anybody here use a virtual bank? I do. I use a real bank, a virtual bank. Let me know in the comments down below. And by the way, any strange noises you might hear outside of my voice, being strange enough as it is, it's because I'm sitting here recording with my windows open. It's a beautiful night out, fairly quiet outside, but occasionally we've got people that are stir crazy with cabin fever riding by or walking by, so I'm trying to wait and cut those parts out when I record, but you might catch a little bit of it. Trying to save space, I guess. I work at an X-ray imaging software company. One day, one of our sales reps called in. He was doing an upgrade to our latest software with SQL. We have a tool that will install the instance, rename the SA user, create the password and the database, firewall, folder share, etc. But it's not working. The errors it throws are, let's say, cryptic, to be polite. So I get in and try to install SQL manually, and when it gets to select instance root, the error it throws is that the file path is too long. It was being run from the documents folder, I think. So C:\users/user, like 6 deep, and I guess SQL didn't like that for some reason. So I moved the installer to the root and tried again, and it threw an error at the same spot, but this time it's something along the lines of, cannot install to a compressed folder. Come to find out, someone had zipped the entire C drive. The sales rep was supposed to get to another meeting or something in like an hour. ETA for uncompressing the drive was about 3. Yup, if you don't know what you're doing, stop. Ask somebody who knows. Sometimes DIY can be more dangerous than you know. Lady says we're too slow and expensive, ends up killing her hard drive and losing her data. So I worked in a computer repair store. This lady, about 35, comes in with this bright pink laptop around lunch. Hello, welcome to Computer Shop. How can I help you? The lady slams her pink laptop onto the counter. Well, that's not a good start. Yeah, my laptop is extremely slow. Can you press a few buttons and fix it for me, please? Sure, let me have a look. So I booted up her laptop and see the Windows loading screen. It's there for much longer than normal, and I could hear the hard drive struggling. Yeah, it looks like you're going to need a new hard drive. Look, just fix it for me. I need the laptop working for tomorrow. Well, we have a brand new 1TB hard drive for £55, sold at cost. And a £40 service charge. It will take... No, that's too expensive. Just fix it without replacing anything. I can't, unfortunately. Your hard drive could die any moment. She storms off. Around 4, she comes back. Yeah, you were actually cheaper than everyone else. Can you do that before close? I won't be able to do it for today, but it can be ready about 11 tomorrow, I said. That will have to do, she says. I boot the laptop back up and no C drive found. The hard drive died. I tried a recovery, managed to get some data, but not all. She wasn't happy. Yeah, listen, boys and girls. When somebody who's an expert in that field tells you that you can't just push a couple buttons to fix your problem, and that you might lose your entire hard drive, maybe you should listen. Can I return it now? So I see a lot of nut jobs at the small IT company where I work. We do a large portion of our business with the businesses around town, but we also have a storefront, so the general public can come in with their issues as well. One gentleman comes in with a wonky old PlayStation 3. We take a look and realize pretty quick the hard drive... Wow, what is it with all the hard drives? And realize pretty quick the hard drive is completely shot. After explaining what has happened and that we're not able to get any data off the dead drive, I explained to him that you can get another PS3 cheap from some of the used game stores around town, whose PS3 stock is fixed by us anyways. The gentleman thinks about it for a moment and says, well, what if I just buy the drive from you and repair it myself? I explained that we can do that, But if he installs the hard disk himself, we don't warranty it. He ignores me, buys a drive, and leaves. He returns the next day saying we sold him a bad hard drive. I ask what happened and he tells me, I put it in and it says there's nothing on the hard drive. I quickly explain that this is because he bought a blank hard drive and will have to install Sony's old OS operating system on there himself. He moans that we tricked him and that we should give him his money back whilst I calmly re-explain our policy to him. Next, of course, comes the I'll sue you and I'm gonna call the cops. To which I simply show him the paperwork he signed saying he understood what he was getting into and agreed to it. Finally, my boss comes up, having been able to hear this guy all the way in the back of the shop, and offers to take it back if he will give us an hour or so to run a quick test on it. The guy seems to calm down and agrees to this. We plug in the device and immediately hear it clicking. Uh-oh. The boss goes right back to the front desk, sets the hard drive down and explains that we can't take the hard drive back because it's been physically damaged. This sets the guy off like a firework. He quickly snatches the hard drive off the desk and, while hurling it at my boss like a ninja star, yells, "Can you take it back now?" The other guy in the shop has already gotten on the phone and is calling the cops as my boss calmly looks at the lunatic and says, "Well, I'm definitely not taking it now, but if you'll wait right there, sir, we're calling someone to help." The guy's eyes dart between all three of us, and finally seems to realize we had already called the cops. Finally, he turns and bolts out. We found out later the guy had some mental issues. He ends up trying to go to a different shop and demands that they replace it under warranty. I cannot for the life of me understand his reasoning here. And they also call the police on him. He ends up getting caught this time. I don't know what happened to him after that, but I hope he got some help. Have any of you techs ever had to deal with anybody like this at your job? Let me know in the comments. Well, now you definitely need to replace it. I work with truck drivers and their electric logging system. Our software is loaded onto a dumbed-down Android tablet. All the fun stuff is removed, and software needed for our app is loaded on instead. One driver calls in, our program kept failing on his tablet. The settings are password protected, so I make a new password that is valid for only one use, and walk him through clearing the data on the app. Didn't work. Driver: should I do a factory reset? Me: no, that won't help. Let's reinstall the application instead. I walked him through uninstalling the app. I reflagged the download and disconnected the call, since it can take a while. The download failed. I called him back. Me: I'm going to try it again, but if it doesn't work, you'll need a new tablet. Driver: would a factory reset fix it? I don't want to have to pay for a replacement. Me: no, that will remove everything. Don't do that. I'm monitoring their progress. A coworker took another call from the same driver. Guess who did a factory reset? Guess whose tablet is completely missing any relevant background software that our app requires? Guess who is now paying for a new tablet? I'm just baffled on how he got into settings to do it. I think he got the master password from another driver. Yup, same rule applies, boys and girls. Somebody did some Googling and figured they knew best. Leave it to the pros, guys. Remote users and telephones. Sigh. Like a lot of companies right now, we're looking at our options for setting up users for working from home. We had a user on Friday who decided they would self-isolate from Monday. So whilst they were still around, a laptop was set up for them and dropped off at their office, ready for them to take home at the end of the day. So this morning I fielded a call from them, complaining their telephone doesn't work. What telephone? Your company iPhone? I asked them. My normal telephone, it says it can't connect. Did you take the phone from your desk home with you? I asked, the realization dawning on me. Yeah, it doesn't work. It won't work. That's a cordless phone. They were currently 15 miles from the office and the phone's base station. Well, then how am I supposed to call people? They asked. Well, how did you call me? I countered. They hung up. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's stories, boys and girls. Take a look at these videos right here. I think there's something there you'll enjoy.